I'm Rosa. I'm an artist and I'm also an author. Excited to be part of the art trail this year. It's my first time. I work across a few genres, but mostly I return to vintage cars all the time because I love the nostalgia and the glamour of vintage cars. I love painting the old chrome, the sunlight flashing off the chrome and the curves and the fins. And I love the old steel, rusted steel and the Duco of the old cars. And more recently, scooters. I'm getting into vintage scooters and Vespas and loving that. I'm also an author, so I'll have at the Art Trail my two novels, which are suspense novels set in Sydney of the past. As well as writing the novels, I also illustrate them. So through the novels, I've got scattered illustrations which basically convey how I want the characters to look and how I want the setting to look, and just adds a bit of interest to the story. And I love those books. I put a lot of time into it, about 7 or 8 years writing those books. And people who are from Sydney are going to love them because they're going to pick up little tidbits as they walk through the stories, and they'll be like, oh, I've been there, oh, I know what she means, oh yes, I remember that. I grew up in a very strict and stifling Italian family, and unfortunately the arts wasn't encouraged or nurtured, but I always knew what I wanted to do. I always knew I wanted to paint and to write, and eventually found my way there. I'm really excited because I put the word out to the vintage car enthusiasts when I heard about the Arts Trail and when I heard that we were allowed to have a few little events for the show, and I was absolutely overwhelmed with response. It was wonderful, and so what I've got lined up, which I'm very excited about, is on each Saturday of the show at 2:30 in the afternoon. I've got 2 immaculately restored vintage cars coming in, and I'm going to be doing live painting demonstrations and showing people how I develop the colours and the layers and textures on the cars themselves. But as well as that, I've got 2 lovely people coming in.
Who are they?
Well, you'll have to wait for that. It's a bit of a surprise. And they'll be in full vintage costume and with the cars. So it's going to be interesting and exciting, and everyone can watch and see what it is I do.